Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 34 of HUGTTO PRECURE. This episode focused on Kotori and her relationship with her sister, our dear protagonist, Hana. And before I watched this episode, I was thinking that Kotori was going to be very suspicious of Hana being Curiel, but no. This episode was really funny because the biggest gag was Hana is she's such a klutz, she's so clumsy that she couldn't be Curiel, so there is absolutely no possibility. So Kotori's line of thought was so out of this world. I was like, I just can't believe it. But it was so funny, and it ended up being so nice with so many gags and so many nice moments in this episode that I thought, yeah, this episode ended up being pretty funny. It was pretty nice. Basically, this episode was kind of like a filler episode. There was nothing very important happening, at least concerning the main characters, because we had something important happening with Jalos. Jalos, one of the villains, is now very concerned and she's feeling very lonely. She's feeling completely abandoned, and we don't really know why. We don't know who abandoned her, but we know that she is feeling like that. And I don't know if it's George, I don't know if it's someone else, but she is really feeling lonely. And I really liked her transformation. Before, she wanted time to stop so that she would not lose her beauty. But now we see her a little bit different. We see her as being someone who's feeling very lonely, who's feeling desperate because she has no one by her side. And I really liked seeing her punk rock look. That was gorgeous. And I just really liked Jalos, and I really liked seeing that. Another thing that was nice was seeing Jalos' two kohais in this episode just simply working there. And I love this attention to detail that HUGTTO has, because in most Precure seasons, after the villain is defeated and purified, they're completely forgotten. And I really liked that HUGTTO is not forgetting them, because we have such a great team of villains in HUGTTO, and I just don't even have to say that I love the villains in HUGTTO so much. And then this episode ended up being very funny. That scene with Kotori and Emiru, both of them talking, and Emiru completely giving away she's a Precure, but no one actually noticing that. That was gorgeous. And another thing that HUGTTO is doing in those last episodes that I'm loving is drawing Hana in old anime style. Like, she was drawn in 80s anime style last episode, and now she was drawn as Curiel in the 70s style. That's just priceless, right? I just loved it. And then it was really nice seeing Kotori talking about her sister. And it's interesting because, I feel like Hana has so many great things about her. But, the way Kotori was seeing her and the way Kotori was looking at her sister, it wasn't a very praiseful way. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, she wasn't really thinking very, very highly of Hana. But then she listened to another person's opinion, who I forgot the name, that guy who likes Hana. And he praised her, and he was the one that talked about all of her good sides and all of the good things that she does and all of the good sides of her personality. That was, for me, like a very interesting thing, because we do that a lot. Sometimes we have people by our side and we kind of forget how much those people are valuable to us and how much we love them. And then we have someone from the outside looking at their good points and telling them to us, and we say, oh, I completely forgot about that. I was not seeing that person like this. And it was so true. Hana has all those good characteristics of her, but, Kotori was not seeing that. And then when we came to the fight itself, it was interesting because the first thing that was interesting in the fight is that we had the goth punk Jalos attacking, and then we had Curiel saving Kotori and the other guy that I forgot the name, and then Kotori saw her and she reminded herself of something that happened way back then, and she completely understood who Curiel is. Not completely, she kind of understood, but she doesn't really believe in that completely. But at that moment, I felt like she knew who Curiel was. And the fight in this episode was very disappointing because, again, we have that writing in which the cures are completely weak and powerless just for the plot, just for Kotori to step up and defend her sister, for the other guy to defend her, and the other guy to defend Curiel. I don't know, because, the monster was defeated easily, but then when Jellos evoked that powerful storm, they couldn't do anything, and that's not the cures we know, and that makes me kind of angry. I mean, the writers should think a little bit more about that before actually doing that, before actually putting that in the episodes. I mean, they can think of other ways of making it fit in the episode itself. So, I don't know, I just didn't really like that part. That was the only thing that bothered me in this episode. But the gags in this episode were amazing. They were so funny. Emiru's faces, as always. Hana was a little more clumsy than she's supposed to be, I think. Do you guys agree with me? I think that she was a little bit more clumsy than she's supposed to be, just to prove a point. But it was nice seeing Kotori actually noticing how much she loves her, and she noticing all of the qualities that Hana has. And another thing, now Kotori also knows that guy likes Hana. She completely got that. And so, this episode was just fun. This episode was just a momentarily, relaxing time, because next episodes, things are gonna get packed in HUGTTO. I mean, not next episode. I think we have like 2 episodes that are more chill, and then things are gonna get back on track, and I'm excited to see that. That last scene with Hana sleeping is not new to us. She did that with Lulu back at the start of the season, and then she did that again with her sister now. But it's interesting because I think that Kotori doesn't actually know. She doesn't really know that Hana is Curiel, but she has that in her mind. She doesn't really believe, she doesn't fully believe in that yet, but she has that in her mind. And so I feel like this was a very funny episode, and I don't have much to say about it. So let's keep our talk in the comment box below. Please leave a comment with your opinions of episode 34. Let's talk about Kotori. Let's talk about how funny those moments were, because they were amazing. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.